Okay, jump into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and warn y'all this is gonna have a whole different tone. But before I do, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for today. Today we're going to be highlighting this brand right here. I got your black, baby. So it is, hold on, let me show you the back. This shirt don't mind my sweatpants, but this shirt is super dope. Okay, I'll have the information down in the description box. This brand is black owned. It's a small company. Some people, you can tell when they put their blood, sweat, and tears into something, and this is one of them brands. It's a small brand, but the packaging, the quality of the shirts, you would think it's a big brand, because like I bought shirts at Target with less quality of this, and that's no cap. Because bro, this is a little wrinkled because I actually wore it out. And you see the Malcolm Intelligence, and then on the back it says I got your black. And then they sent me this sweatshirt, which is so soft and comfy. I wore this too. I had to pop it in the washer because I've been like wearing it. So I got your black. And this is a sweatshirt. When I tell you it's soft, it's so freaking soft. I wish I had pants to go with it, like sweatpants to go with it. And then they gave me a dad hat with I got your black on it. Oh yeah, and then they gave me an environmental friendly, like one of these shopping bags. Instead of using paper bags when you go to the grocery store, you get one of these and you're helping contribute to the betterment of the environment because you're not using plastic. Earlier this week, Shane Dawson released a tweet, or whatever it was, wherever platform it was, because I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on that blue toxic blob of an app. It didn't rub me the right way. There was a lot of holes in it, there was a lot of deflecting in it, it was a lot of self-serving statements in there. So I was just kind of like, I'm not here for it, sis. So there's a lot of commentary videos on it, and honestly a lot of them are saying exactly what I was thinking. So I really don't have to do another commentary video on other people who articulated it exactly the way that I would. So I'll have those in the description box down below. But he just released an apology video tonight, and well, it was like 5 hours today because it's like tonight, so it was like earlier today. So he released it, and I haven't watched it yet. I just seen it uploaded, and I'm gonna watch it right now with you. And so I guess this will be considered a reaction video. My main thing was the blackface video. Oh yeah, and then let's not forget the pedophilic videos, like the commentary, the rhetoric. It's disgusting. Okay, so can we address that? For me, I don't know why. I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear him address these things. I want to see if he does address those things, because I would like answers. Even though I don't see how you can explain it, but I still want to hear if he has any answers for that. So we're gonna get into this video and see what this man has to say.
Hi. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I have done a lot of things in my past that I hate, that I wish I could make go away, that I try to make go away by deleting videos or untagging my Instagram thing.
Okay, first off, things in your past you can't make go away. It's your past. It's something that happened and you can't make it vanish. Okay, the best thing you can do is address it head on and be like, hey, I did this, or I was wrong. But you just deleting it and trying to hide it is letting other people know that I'm not going to address it, and we don't know if you still maintain that behavior because you haven't addressed it. You're just trying to hide, you're trying to run away from it. You can't run away from your past.
Or literally doing whatever I can to pretend like those things didn't happen. Because yes, I apologize for a lot of them, but I'm 31, almost 32. Those apologies suck.
Yeah, they
I don't know
do.
who that person is anymore. every apology video I've ever made has been from fear. It's me sitting at home thinking the whole world hates me and crying and hyperventilating and then just turning on a webcam and just saying I'm sorry and then hoping people know I'm a good person and then it'll go away. And that
Okay,
is
self-serving apologies. Yeah.
Not something that a 31-year-old man does. That's not good. Right now is very much a time of wanting people to be accountable, wanting punishment for people, and I agree. And that's why I'm making this video. I saw Jenna Marbles' video, and it really inspired me, and felt like a sign from the universe.
I wish that a Jenna Marbles video didn't inspire him to actually make an apology video. I would hope it would be his self-reflection and him having more self-awareness to be like, you know what, I really did mess up and I need to correct it. And he said he was inspired. Okay, each his own, each his own.
That I want to do this. So this video is coming from a place of just wanting to own up to my shit, wanting to own up to everything I've done on the internet that has hurt people, that has added to a problem, that has not been handled well. Like, I should have been punished for things. I feel like this moment right now is very necessary. I'm going to apologize for a lot of things that I've done or said in this video, and if you don't accept the apology, that is 100% okay. And I think that's something that as I'm getting older now, I'm realizing, it's like, you can apologize, but you can't expect the other person to just forgive you. Like that.
That's one thing I will agree with him right here. What you put out, you can't take back. And you can't expect people to react the way you think they should properly react. Because people got their own minds, their own hearts, their own spirit. So once you put something else out, when you put anything out in the world, whether it be your words, a video, whatever somebody else takes from it, that's what they take from it. And you can try to apologize or whatever like that. Try to make it better. But everything has consequences. I don't know, I'm rambling.
That doesn't make any sense. So I think this video for me is more about just saying everything I want to say and ways that I want to help be a part of a change and not be a part of a problem, which is what I've been a part of. So I'm going to start with all the racism that I put onto the internet as an adult, not a child. I was at least 20 when I started YouTube.
I'm listening.
And I made the decision to play stereotypes of black people or Asian people or Mexicans or pretty much every race. I made that decision. I said, oh, this is funny, and I put it on the internet. Now, years later, I look back at that, and I've talked about this before, but when I say I hate that person, I mean it in the most intense way possible. I hate that person so much. That person was filled with sadness, filled with anger about their own issues, in the closet, constantly projecting on others, just like, I don't know, just that person is someone who I don't like seeing. And I think that's why I've been avoiding this, because I'm like, no, I already apologized. I don't want to go back. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it. Mute it on Twitter. Untag it on my Instagram. Like, I just don't. I hate that person so fucking much. Okay, so, sorry. So first, let's start with blackface. Blackface was something that I did a lot. Like, I did it a lot on my channel. And there's no excuse for it. There's literally no excuse. I made a video 6 years ago talking about it, and I gave excuses, and I knew it was wrong, and I knew I never wanted to do it again, but I didn't do the work. I didn't actually look into the history of it and why it's so wrong and why people were so upset. Because my excuse, oh, I was just being funny. I love black people. I'm not racist. I was trying to be funny. Like,
I'm going to go ahead and put in a quick comment about blackface and doing blackface. I don't even know why this is even an argument. If you're doing something about another culture and the other culture you're doing it about tells you that it's offensive, instead of going on the defense, use your little fingers and do your research on why they feel like it is offensive. educate yourself. Nobody has to educate you. You can educate yourself. That is what the internet is for. The internet is the freest college in the world. Whew, I'm trying not to get worked up, but people who do stuff like that and they say do things that they know will get a reaction under the umbrella of it's funny, I feel like it is the ugliest, stupidest excuse. It's not funny. Who are you trying to make laugh? I'm just tired of seeing people make fun of black women. I'm just tired of it. Men, women, everybody. I'm just tired of people walking around. We don't talk like that. It makes me mad because I get it a lot, and I think a lot of people don't know that they're doing it to me. Like, I'll meet somebody who's not my race, and then all of a sudden they start saying, girl, I know. They start talking to me like that. Like, all of a sudden, that's the native language, the only language that I know. Girl, that's right. I'm like, please. It's insulting. It's insulting. So if you are the type of person that finds yourself slipping into that rhetoric, all of a sudden you're trying to be cool and jive because you're around a black person, we don't appreciate that. We don't think that you're cool for doing that. Okay? You don't get cool points for doing that.
And we're saying, you're so funny, Shane. Oh my God, you're so funny. Like, I can't even put myself in that head. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be black and to see this white fucking guy do blackface. And the whole internet at that time being like, LOL. That's insane. And I am so...
Seeing people get praised for doing stereotypical comedy on black women, even when I see black guys do it, where they have like the character and they're like the really ghetto black girl, you know, and basically telling me, hey, that's how I see you, and then seeing other people applaud it. That's why a lot of my melanated sisters have to fight for self-esteem. Because being a black woman, especially if you're dark-skinned, you have to fight for self-esteem. Because the majority of people will put you in that category of a ghetto black girl. You're ghetto, or you're angry, you're jealous of everybody else. You're just usually not painting a good light. You have to fight for it. And then when you are somebody who is dark-skinned, well-read, well-mannered, it's a surprise. People are surprised to see you act not like the other ones. So this is just something culturally, it's just like, frustrating, it's sad, it's painful. A lot of people are not gonna get it because it's something you honestly have to experience for you to actually feel the weight of it. Because most of y'all can go your whole lives and somebody not say, oh, you were pretty for a black girl. Because that's what I get on the daily. You're pretty for a black girl. Or, oh, you're not like those. You're not like one of them. I've got that from people who I thought were friends. And they get drunk one night and they start saying that.
And that's wrong. So I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I added to the normalization of blackface or the normalization of saying the N-word. That's another thing. I mean, and my justification at the time for that was, oh, it was, you know, I was playing a character and it was in comedy and my black friend was there and, you know, that makes it okay. No, it's not okay. And it's not a funny word, especially for a white person to say. Me as a white person wearing a wig and playing a character and doing stereotypes and then saying the N-word is something that I should have probably lost my career for at the time. And there's no amount of apologizing that can take it away and take away the impact amount of people that have been hurt by that, or have felt like I was just, oh, another white guy who can get away with everything. When I really looked into the history of blackface, I looked into it years ago, and it obviously disgusted me, it made me sick, I felt awful. But even at that time, I still was being ignorant, and I was saying in my head, well, but I didn't do that. You know, I was playing Wendy Williams, or I was playing a character. That justification, that is wrong. That was inappropriate. That is disgusting. That is gross. It is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value, or because I thought it was funny, or like, oh my god, my child molester character, or whatever. It's all gross, and I promise that is not real. That is not me. Have I done sketches where kids were saying crazy things? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes. Even I saw a vlog clip of me and my cousin, who was, I don't know, probably 12 or 13 at the time, and we were, you know, I was doing the birds and the bees talk. Dumb, gross shit. And I remember a few years ago, I reached out to her mom, my aunt, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I can't believe I did this. Like, this is insane. I can't believe I talked to, you know, my cousin like that. And, you know, she was like, oh my god, we know, it's okay. It was funny. Like, we all thought it was funny. Like, that's just how our family is. So I kind of took that as like, okay, well, then I don't need to apologize for it. If you accept them, thank you. If you don't, I 100% understand, because there was a lot. And a lot of that is stuff that you probably will never forgive me for. And maybe you didn't know about all those old videos. I 100% understand. I'm willing to lose everything. At this point, realizing how many people I've hurt, or how many people I've inspired to say awful things, or do anything awful, like to finally just own up to all of this and be accountable, is worth losing everything to me. And I am not saying that as like a lie or for sympathy. I'm being honest. I want to spend the rest of my life doing things that I love with my heart, that I'm excited about, and things that aren't hurting anyone, aren't offending anyone, and I want to learn more. And I don't want to be someone who's afraid of my past. So thank you for hearing me out on all of those issues. I promise I'm going to do better to even more so educate myself, put more people on my channel that aren't just white YouTubers in trouble. Like that, I'm totally aware of how that looks. Somebody pointed that out to me a couple years ago, and I got really defensive over it. And now I'm looking back going, no, they're right. They're right. If you look at my channel, it's a bunch of white people and talking about their problems. And I love a lot of those videos, and I'm so proud of those videos. But you're right. I need to open up what I'm doing for everyone. So last week I went on Twitter, and it had been about 2 weeks of me getting people constantly saying, address it, address it, address it, talking about the James and Tati situation. I was just going to ignore it, and then when I started hearing, oh, Shane mastermind, the whole thing, it didn't sit well with me, because it's not true. So when I finally addressed it, I wrote this Twitter note, which was such a mistake. I wrote it in, I had a restock for the conspiracy collection, and I woke up and I felt really weird. Like, we had been pushing the restock for so long that we finally had to do it. And when I woke up and it was out, I just felt so weird. I felt so guilty. I didn't want to I couldn't enjoy it. I didn't want to enjoy this restock when there's something that I haven't addressed that people are really, really upset at me for it. So I sat down and I wrote that essay, which I wrote it to be funny. It didn't come across that way. It came across very angry, which it was.
So that's why it sounded the way it did. You didn't put weight on something that should have had weight. You were jokingly addressing something that you knew was wrong. Okay, now it makes sense. Because I'm just like, make it make sense, sis. Because that whole thing was, I wasn't here for it. It didn't come off as, it did sound defensive. It did sound defensive. But I didn't see it as a joke at all, honey. Like, it was a hot mess. I wasn't here for it.
But it's supposed to be funny. It just was a huge miss in every single way.
Complete miss.
Part of the Twitter note that I regret more than anything in my life was the part where I said that James deserved a slice of humble pie, a slice of the Empire State Building. I only want to talk about this situation with love, because I feel like that note had so much anger in it. It was just not good. And so I'm going to come at this situation by first apologizing. I'm sorry, James. I'm really sorry. First of all, nobody deserves what happened. Nobody. The whole internet.
Finally, one of y'all apologize to that child. Lord have mercy.
And who am I to say that somebody needs to be humbled? Me. Like, who am I to say that? I
Thank you.
literally have put so much hate onto the internet over my last 15 years of YouTube world. Like, I have put so much shit, and I'm sitting here like, well, because I changed and because I'm nice and this and that, like, yeah, you need to be humbled. It's like, that sucks. I hate that. That was so immature and gross, and I'm so sorry. And I know a lot of people were saying that, well, why did you say you're leaving the beauty community? You were never in it. And you're right. I don't know why I said that. That was stupid. I was never in the beauty world.
Thank you.
Because a lot of the beauty people that I watch, and I'm not just saying that, I think a lot of people think I'm lying when I say I really love the makeup world and I'm really invested in it. I'm not lying. For the last year, I've been watching beauty channels every day. My whole homepage is just beauty channels, and it's smaller ones. So to know that I hurt those people who aren't problematic and who just love makeup.
You didn't hurt us. It was offensive.
For me to shit on that, I am so sorry. Also, I'm aware of how hypocritical it is for me to say I'm above this tea and drama channels and drama, and I'm not like that.
Girl.
And that is so stupid. It's so dumb. At that moment, I was so upset with certain things. It was just me being upset. And it is hypocritical. I mean, I watch drama videos, but when it's about me, oh, now it's a problem. Like, and I'm aware of how hypocritical that is, and I'm so sorry. This is
it's different when it's you.
I'm aware that I hold my friends or people I care about to a lower standard than I hold other people. That's wrong, and I'm so sorry. I think I get attached to people who have a heart, and maybe it's covered in a lot of stuff, and maybe they have a lot of issues, but I almost feel like I am attracted to other broken people who have issues, and I want to help them, I want to fix them, or I want to help people see a better side of them. And I'm aware that I'm friends with some people that, you know, have done some bad things on the internet.
Say his name, Jeffrey.
Don't co-sign it, and that is something that I've always addressed with them privately. I'm ready to own up to this stuff, and I'm ready to hopefully show you guys that it's okay to admit when you're wrong. It's okay to be upset at your past self for making mistakes. But also it's okay if people don't want to accept your apology, or if people don't want to support you anymore. That's okay too. And I understand. If you watching this video right now feel that way, please, like, I don't ever want you to feel like I'm forcing you to forgive me. That is not what I want to do. And I promise that I'm going to show you through my actions. And I promise that whatever I do next will be putting good into the world. And it won't be putting hate or drama or anything negative. And I'm going to stick by that. So thank you for watching this. If you watched the whole thing, thank you so much. And I hope that you learned some lessons from me. Especially if you're young. I hope you learned a lot of lessons from everything that I have done, put out into the world, mistakes I've made. I hope that you can see that and know that it's never too late to address it and to change.
Well, that was a lot to digest and unpack. But one thing I will say is it's gonna take a while and a lot of observation for me to jump back on the Shane Dawson train, because I feel like words are one thing but actions are another. Also, you know, you, like he said, you choose if you want to forgive or not forgive, and we all have that right to, because you put it out there and we're gonna react how we react. What I do appreciate is him not, from what I observed, he's not putting blame so much on everybody else. He kind of just said what he needed to say, and he was just like, I was in a, you know, this is what I was thinking at the time, and that's why I did what I did. So I didn't see a lot of deflecting either, which I do appreciate. And I do appreciate his apology video not being like the common apology video from other beauty gurus. They just feel so forced and fake. So I appreciate that he even apologized to James. So yeah, that was a lot to unpack. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing right now. I just can't get on the train right now. It's just gonna take a lot of action. But I don't know him personally. So it's really not like he has to like come to my door personally and be like, hey, you know. So it's one of them things that's just kind of like, I'm still gonna be unsubscribed, I'm still not gonna follow, but you know, hopefully what he's saying did change him. Hopefully this did show him a lot of things, teach him a lot of things, and hopefully the people that did lift him up for doing that negative activity can see that he sees flaw in that, and hopefully they can see flaw in that. That's what I really hope this apology video does. I hope it teaches other people that that kind of behavior is unacceptable. That's what I hope out of everything. I don't care about all the other stuff, child. I really don't, because unsubscribe the house. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about it. But I mean, it is what it is. Whew, that was a lot. So yeah, that felt draining, child. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Thank you for watching this video. This is my first commentary video. It felt kind of draining a little bit, but I am happy that I did it, because him addressing blackface was an important detail that needed to be addressed, and I'm glad that we got to experience that together, because it being put out there, we can move forward now. So and keep addressing hard issues and have that awkward conversation. So thank y'all for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.